All right, viewers, those were our headlines, and our key focus remains the return of NASA astronauts Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore. Yes, they have safely touched down on Earth after spending over 9 months in space due to unexpected delays that they faced with the Boeing Starliners. Meanwhile, their current spacecraft, the SpaceX's Dragon, had successfully splashed down off the Florida coast at 3:27 a.m. IST. This has marked the end of a mission that lasted 296 days. There was a very sweet moment after the touchdown. There was a pod of dolphins that was seen swimming around the spacecraft, of course greeting the astronauts who returned. Recovery teams, of course, worked to retrieve the crew, and Sunita Williams, Butch Wilmore, they both beamed with joy as they stepped out of the Dragon capsule, waving and smiling. It's of course been a grueling 9 months for them in space. Meanwhile, to discuss more, we have with us two very special guests. We have Dr. Venkateshwara Sharma, who is a former ISRO director. We also have with us Srinivasan Margasahayam. He is a distinguished scientist and former director of the URSC at ISRO. Very good afternoon to both of our guests who are with us on the broadcast. I'd like to rope in Dr. Venkateshwara first. It's been a long 9 months for the scientists who are up in space. They've, of course, in the meantime busied themselves exercising, conducting numerous experiments, but it's been psychologically very challenging as well. We know for a fact that astronauts, very seasoned astronauts such as both Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore, have gone through excessive training. But what do you think was their psychological state when they found out that a mission that was supposed to be for a mere 8 days had stretched to 9 months? What kind of mental resilience would that require to still maintain a sound mind and carry out experiments and not be deterred?
Just to give a recap, on June 6th, 2024, Sunita Williams and Boric were launched into the space station for a mission of 6 days using SpaceX, using Starline, Boeing Starline capsule. And once it reached there, the Boeing capsule developed some technical issues. Therefore, they could not be brought back to Earth in the designated time of 6 days. In that period, they were supposed to have done some experiments, microgravity experiment, and they should have been brought back. But the capsule which took them developed issues which made NASA to bring the capsule back without the astronauts. I know the issue has been discussed thoroughly deep. Basically, the helium leak issues and the thruster firing issues were very thoroughly discussed well enough, both technically as well as in the media. And these two were stranded in the space station. And the biggest challenge and the issue is that the anticipation, anything you are waiting, is something which is challenging for any human being. Therefore, they were supposed to their return was tried sometime during July, and it was aborted. Then sometime during August, September, it was tried again. It was aborted, and then the Starlink module had to come back without them. And this anticipation definitely puts enormous amount of pressure on the astronauts as a human being, from the point of view of the mental, the mental challenges, and to keep themselves, waiting for the coming back, and while planning for doing the experiment and doing the other activities. Here, the other challenge is also that she had to take care of the ISS, and she had to captain, and she had to lead the team which was handling ISS. Therefore, the maintenance of the ISS hardware, the routine maintenance of ISS hardware inside as well as outside the ISS, and do the spacewalk and do some repair and management work was something else also which was challenging in the given situation, that without knowing that when she will return, when what she has to do, etc. Doing such type of major responsible activities definitely puts tremendous amount of pressure on any individual. I think she would have also have gone through such type of pressure. However, astronauts are trained, and astronauts are believed to be very, very resilient, and they are expected to have been trained to face such situation and not to get into any sort of depression or anything like that in case if they get stuck like this. And during their astronaut training course, one of the module is also to train them from the point of view of resilience to the issues and facing the challenges and being alone and still maintaining the balance, and being alone and disconnected from the general public and still manage and maintain all the vital systems normally is something which is part of the training, but still it is mentally, physically, psychologically. I am thinking, and I am sure that the astronauts would have gone through tremendous amount of pressure. Of course, it was seen also in their the physical movement during even the New Year's Eve, when the photographs were flashed when she had lost her weight, and also she was looking little weak, and it was very widely publicized how much it has affected and how far it is she has to be revived or recovered, or the required supplements have to be given. Those things are all pure medical and needs analysis and assessment by the expert doctors. But it was looking that she is affected because of the long stay, and also, as I was saying, the anticipation is something which makes everyone very nervous.
Indeed, I'd also like to take this conversation forward with